Well, right, moving on to turn 6. Um, let's get started anyway. Not sure how much time I've got at the moment, but get started. And could do with some better turns, I think. I don't feel like things are going terribly greatly, but well, we've got a chance to take out, yeah, probably just that one position, I think. But it does depend on German fire and things like that. Right, anyway, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. Okay, so let's get some landing in the east. There's only that one artillery unit. Yeah, so, oops, bumped the table there. Landing in the east on turn 6 for artillery. So A's a delay, B's drift 2 boxes, C's lose a step, and D's no effect. So I suppose B or the rare D would be best. That's right, and that turn 4 to 14. Yeah, okay, so we're looking for at the triangle. And, oh, well, it is a B. Oh, we had the D as well there. Let's double check. Yeah, it's not the DUKW artillery. Oh, still never found out what that meant. I'm going to find out when they get landed. I'm going to make sure I find out what that stands for. It's maybe something simple that I should probably be able to work out. Right. Okay. So it's a drift 2 boxes east. So our HQ isn't on board yet anyway on this side. So 1, 2, and then into there. Well, yeah. I mean, it's okay, but it's another unit that I've got to try and get moved out of the water. Which means, is it worthy of a move, and etc. Plus, there's a kind of like backlog of traffic here, so although it's landed full strength, I'm not so sure. No, obviously, if I get the chance, I'll probably make more of an effort to save it than this. However, the artillery in particular, the unarmored artillery is not so easy to use. Right, okay, so that's all in the east, so let's have a look at the west. Yeah, so this is more important over here. Maybe we've got our general, I think he's beside an artillery. Let's see, he's got to land with something if there's a possibility of him landing with something. So that's the only option, because he's got to land from one of these 3 boxes, right? And then we've got infantry there, the range infantry, the HQ here, and the ranger. So let's get a card. I should just about say that. Oh, we've got a D here as well. That's 2 cards on the trot. Okay, so D diamond. Ooh, it's a circle. I was kind of hoping that would be. Okay, that's for the ranger then. Infantry and rangers for a D result is drift 1 box west. It's actually going other way. That is not so good. And I don't have an option. The option is only when you get an A. That was right, diamond D. Yeah, so he's going that way, and then so he's in green, purple, and blue, and got a horrible next move into. But is that? Yeah, it's just on the camera. Into intense green, purple, and blue. No, I suppose he could go that way, which is slightly better, I guess. Right, anyway, that's only D, so that was kind of unfortunate. Would have preferred... Yeah, I suppose I was only looking for the artillery to hit with that, and then it could have just landed with no effect. Okay, what have we got next? So triangle B, so that's that infantry there. That's 1 box east. So he goes that way, and that's okay. I mean, yeah, that's a better hex there, right enough. And this artillery's going to be delayed in on it, because that's an A. So the artillery is going to get delayed, place 3 turns ahead. 1, 2, 3. Not coming back till turn 9. And so we don't have an option with any of the general or the HQ. You know, I'd put the general there with a possibility that the artillery might have drifted this way, which would have been nice, but not happening. So general lands there, HQ lands here. Oops. I think we are in control of 2 tanks, so at least that'll give them a free action, assuming they're still alive come the time. Okay, so that's all the land done, and see what we get for the next turn. Okay, so we've got the 3 infantry units on this side, all for ER, which is from here to here. Get all that in there. And so maybe we think about what might be best for this. And just double checking, so we'd be going on to turn 7 to land them. So it's still the same results. No effect, drift a box east, drift 4 boxes east, or drift 1 box west for the rare D result. So what can we take out of that? Well, I definitely want to keep a couple of things over here because it looks like we're making a bit more effort. No, I'm saying that just now. I'm hopeful blue and red aren't going to fire, or if red does, make it a double position, because it'd be nice to get that range infantry up there, but yeah, it's just keep your fingers crossed, isn't it? So I think we could do two of them maybe along this side. So maybe put this guy in ER6, so if he drifts, then I suppose if you get the rear drift 1 box west, he comes in here. It kind of puts him back a hex, doesn't it? It's kind of like, yeah. But that's a D result, so is that likely? And then you've got 1 box east into here, which isn't too bad. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes east into there. So that's not bad as well. I'm actually tempted to maybe put them both in there then, because you're not going to get the same result. Yeah. Yeah, because you're not going to get no effect for both of them. I don't think. Well, actually, you could if you got 2 A's on the card. Yeah, you sometimes get that, don't you? Yeah, we've seen that quite recently as well. So I suppose that's a possibility. But then if I put 1 here and then 1 drifts east and 1 has no effect. So it's probably quite rare to get 2 A's on a card, he says, not really knowing anything about that. Maybe I need to look at that file John spoke about. So, and then the last guy, I think maybe here actually, year 1, no effect, takes him into the single green there, and that tank's not going to concentrate anything. If he goes west, he's in there. If he goes 1 east, he's in there, so it's just 2 colours. And if he goes 4, he's right along in here, so how relevant all that thinking is, I do not know, but we'll go with that. Then we've got the 3 full strength, the stronger rangers on this side. They're pretty important. They got slaughtered the last game, they really did. Not that I felt like I made any stupid moves with them, but this was another area we never really entertained last game. The 2 sort of western edges of both sectors were kind of left to get on with. So DG, so from here we've got 4 choices. Now they have the extra part of, if they have the A result, they may drift up to 4 hexes, so right, I'm not really sure at all here, so I think I'm going to put maybe 2 and keep them on. I don't fancy that hex, because That doesn't look like a great spot to move into. Although I suppose if they get the no effect, they can choose to drift, can't they? But even pushing one west from there, you know, it's all kind of dangerous looking stuff, innit? I think I'll just go with something like that. I mean, they all get 3 moves, so I suppose the further along they are, the better. You know, they don't need to congregate around the HQ or even the general, so maybe I should... Oh, I don't... Well, he's going to move out of there, isn't he? He's going to... Yeah, it's not a nice area to try and get through this, is it? The further along they are, the better, but they can't... And the best you get is drift 1 west, isn't it? Which would be into here, which isn't brilliant, but I suppose you could shimmy along one and then up. The fact you've got 3 moves. Yeah, maybe I should keep them along this side then. Maybe something like that. Or in the hope that one of them turns out to be a D and we go that way, maybe, and into there. And then do like I say. Yeah, okay. We'll try that. We'll try that. Okay, so we're now looking for an event. So, well, going how it's been, it was bad, good, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So, kind of unwind for a bad one then, but well, it can always change. So here we go. This is turn 6. Smoke again. Well, it's not bad. Smoke obscures and... Oh, we've got a few disrupted this time. Obscures fire from 60 and 61. Well, that's along this side though, isn't it? Oh, 61's the orange and 60's the purple. Oh, we'll take that. You know what though, we've got nothing... we've got nothing in that's going to be an intense orange or purple. That's frustrating. Yeah, I think we probably wanted that along the other side this time, didn't we? Because we've got more stuff to move. Ah, well, you can't pick and choose, Grant. 7 counters about all the place here. Right, so we only need the 2 smoke markers here, so 60 is the purple position. Well, my guess is also that would stop the artillery, because that is an artillery position. Oh, and so is that. So that could be handy too. That knocks out 2 of the artillery. I suppose I should check that up, but I mean, surely if you're able to clear the beaches, if they turn up in the car, then surely artillery doesn't fire from them. Yeah, that sounds like common sense, Grant. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll take it. It's just, I suppose it's just a shame that nothing's going to be moving into... Well, I mean, I'm saying it's not. We could risk moving this guy, but are we going to have the actions for that? I don't think we are. No, because we've got other things to do. Well, we need to find out what the Germans do in their fire phase first. So, well, I suppose it's a good event rather than a bad one. Okay, let's see what we get this turn. This is kind of important bit, this, I think. Need some luck here, I think. So, fire in the east. Oh, yeah, and to be honest, purple and orange turning up is still good for us because it means it's two colours we can just forget about on the card that aren't relevant. So I'm happy to see purple and orange here. Here we go. And what do you know? Aye, aye, aye. No purple, no orange. Double red, yes, double red. We wanted that, but blue's firing, so it doesn't matter. Damn. We're getting artillery as well, however, it's not going to matter, is it? Because they need 4. If these 2 are, which we think, knocked out, that still leaves 4, isn't it? Because there's 6 in total. And we did check this, yeah, it's this one that's, so he's got 1, 2, and then the 2 in the boxes, so artillery's going to fire as well. Nah, that's not what we wanted. That is not what we wanted. Okay, Grant, greeting about it. Right, so double red doesn't work because this is disrupted. We've got a single red. So now, did we work out if that still didn't enable the beaches to be? Oh yeah, it does because of the disruption anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Forget that. Forget that. Blue. Yeah. All very well getting the double red, but we didn't want the blue. So this is an intense. So this guy's taking a hit. Yeah, that was a poor bunch of colours, wasn't it? Yeah, in fact, that is the only unit we had in intense fire, and we got purple and orange smoked. Red disrupted, we got a double red, we got all the luck there, and yeah, apart from the blue. Oh dear. Okay, I don't think there's another hit though. He's not hitting armour, so not there. There's armour as well. And this is a diamond, so that's okay. So just the 1 hit for the blue. That was a big win though, but yeah, I wasn't terribly confident about getting him through with that. So just have to go with what we've got. And then double green. Damn. Oh well. Sporadic fire into here, and this is, so they're both circles. Right, these are both going to be disrupted then, aren't they? Because it's not an intense green, he's not hitting armour. These are both armoured units. Yeah, so it disrupts the 2 guys. I mean, well, that's not awful, is it? I'll just put disruption on top, although I feel like I should put a counter on the one underneath because I got a bit confused that last time, but oh, you know what, I should remember that, right? It's just that, you know, if a unit underneath gets disrupted and you put the disruption underneath, I think I missed that before and I left the counter on it and it confused me a little. Yeah, it basically means that we can't make the attack here because we had the 8 strength. But we've only got 2 actions and we will be able to... Yeah, none of this is getting hit, is it? No. We will be able to do something to this because we can use the tank and the infantry, and I think that actually will take out the depth marker. I could be wrong. We'll work that out when we get to it. Yeah. So then artillery, and it's going to hit one of our infantry, isn't it? Just looking on this chart again. I think I done this last game though and I could never find it. I don't think it's there, is it? About the artillery fire. No, I'm pretty sure I can't find it there. Right, so first option is an infantry unit of your choice in a beach landing box. And I remember saying that before, it has to match the symbol as well. I think my previous chat there was that I just said that, but it does need to be a circle. So I mean, if you had two circles of infantry, well, that was the one that I brought up a question on, wasn't it? It doesn't state that it has to be. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go into that. We've got a circle, a triangle, and a diamond, so we're picking. Oh, we've got to pick the circle. So he's the one that takes a hit. I can't take another hit anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, an infantry unit of your choice. Just says because it's worded of your choice. It's a bit not quite sure they worded that as well as it could have been, but yeah, choose a US unit with the target symbol shown on the card to lose a step in the following priority. An infantry unit of your choice in a beach landing box. Right, that's what we've done. He's got a circle. He's the one we choose. There we go. Right, so well, that's that. Not brilliant, but well, yeah, could have been worse. Right, now for some fire in the west. Here we go. Right, no artillery this time. Purple, green. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Brown double though. Oh, that's good. That's good. And no orange. So yeah, that's good. So that made that disruption worthwhile because brown. That's only a single unit, no depth, so that won't fire. Brown won't fire. Right. Okay. Let's look at purple first then. I know I've got some stuff in intense. There's green in it. Yeah, that guy's gonna take a. Damn it. What is it? A triangle then. So purple triangle. He's firing 3 times. Well, he could disrupt that then. He goes right along to there. That's as far as he goes, isn't it? So he goes to here. Triangle in here, that's a tank. That's okay. No concentration. No. No. It looks like it's only this guy for that. It was just 4 steps. Yeah, just 4 steps in there. 4 steps in there. No, that's relevant. No, doesn't get down to there anyway. Go on. So, well, just this guy. I actually think that's a bit of an annoyance because I think we might have been able to use the action to move that guy along. But there you go. So the ranger on there gets disrupted. And that's that. And then we're on to green. And it's double green, and he is doubled, unfortunately. And he does have a unit in intense green, so he is taking the first hit. Well, green should be similar to purple, so he's not hitting armor. Nope. Right, he gets into here though, doesn't he? Ah, he was in intense red as well. Oh, that's harsh. Oh, it's green, isn't it? Yeah, green. Yeah, not leaders. No, this guy's taking a hit as well. So that's going to be the other hit, actually, isn't it? So it's D1116. Okay, D1116, he was in here. He takes the other hat. That's another unit for the catastrophic loss box. We've got 3 on this side now. And green was only firing twice, yes. And then brown, well, let's see, that was the bit we got right. It's only a single unit, it doesn't have depth, so it's not going to fire. Which means this guy's survived, which is good. But again, like we said, now we need to move him into there, so we're going to have to spend an action to move these guys. So that's an action right away. So maybe we might not have been moving that other infantry further along. Possibly. Purple fired 3 times, but he could only hit 1. Green fired twice, he got 2 hits. Brown doesn't fire. Yeah, that's it. No artillery on this one. So we can take that off. Red didn't fire. I've just realised across that side though, red did fire, so we can take that disruption off. Well, I say it fired. That was a good one on that side as well. Both the red and the brown came up doubles and didn't do anything. So, and then no, we'll leave the smoke markers on the now. Oh, didn't matter. They didn't come up, did they? The colours didn't come up. That was unlucky. I mean, we got smoke last time on this side. We got one of the colours, didn't we? We got the purple, not the blue, but we got nothing there from that smoke. Nah. Yeah, well. Right, so that's the fire phase. Felt like it could have went better, but I don't know, maybe it could have went worse. Right, let's see about clearing any hexes then. Okay, so what do we got? We got red, blue and green. So red, blue, green, right along here. So we've got this one, and this one's already been cleared, I think. Yeah. So we've got 2 there, I suppose. So we might as well do that. We'll turn this one over. So we get another arrowed one going the other way. There we are. So, and then, to be honest, we can make these go away. Yeah, it didn't even help with the artillery fire there, did it? Yeah, well. Okay, let's check the other side. We got purple, green and brown. So going from this side, brown. Oh, that's brown from there though. That doesn't count actually. Well, I've got the hex clear anyway. Oh well. So purple, green, green. Huh, we were already got that one clear. That would have been our only chance, I think. Then brown goes right along to the end. Yeah. Okay. So nothing doing there. Right, okay. Right, I'd had to take a pause there and the video must have cut out, so I've just copied that across on the computer, but I know where we're at. We're on the US action phase. So, all good. Let's just get in position again. I had a couple of comments from Martin there, saying if it's any comfort in his 20 plus games of this game, he's not been able to suss out all the unit strengths and whatever. I mean, I dare say you wouldn't be able to suss out them all, but I also feel he's probably got a slightly better idea than me. Although he did mention the fact, and something maybe should have thought about. He says the only thing he has noticed is that the artillery positions are generally stronger than what the normal positions are. Does that hold true here? Well, both these are 2 in strength, but however, this one's wanting a machine gun, and this one's not. So, and this one's our artillery position, and this one's not. So, I don't think I did consider that, to be honest, Martin. So, that's one to keep in mind. He also mentioned, I'm just turning some units around here that took a hit. Yeah. He also did, and you know what? After this, I thought, why did I not just go for it? And sorry, I'm on here. I mean, I did talk about it. You know, he said he would have made this attack, and you know, I should have. My reply to him was that I think in the first game I played, I wouldn't have hesitated. That, you know, that's a WM position. I've got 4 strength. That's fine. Let's just go for it. You know, even if you do get unlucky, you know. However, no, hold on, Martin, though, because this guy was disrupted. Alright, that's what put me off in the end. He was disrupted at the time. So, I think that's what swayed me in the end. But the thing that was putting me off clearly was that these 2 attacks here had just went horribly wrong. And that put me off to start with. And I was considering this until I realised he was disrupted. So, because the best result I think the best result I was going to get was a disruption. However, you would have been able to reveal the unit and find out if we were bringing the right weapons in later on, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know. The fact it was disrupted, I'm not so sure actually when I think about it again. But I did, you know, it was one of these ones I did debate a bit. But however, okay. Right. So what are we doing here? Well, these were both disrupted this time, weren't they? I remember that, just putting the counter on top. I maybe should have put a disrupted counter on both of these and start doing that, because it could start causing some confusion, as almost happened across the west. So that's only a disruption. I think these two guys are together, and that's a clear hex, isn't it? Okay. Well, have we got any? Yeah, here. So this is a no-brainer, isn't it? He took a hit though, didn't he? Yeah, was it not? We got red. We got the disruption on the double red, which was from a 2-strength tank. Red came up in the card and it wasn't double, but we had blue as well. Was it something like that? It was, yeah. And blue got him. So that's it. Yeah, you think, oh right, I've got it covered there, and then no, you've not. Right. Well, that's a no-brainer, isn't it? That's like into there. Now this guy isn't disrupted. This. I got show people what you're doing. Right. Sorry. I don't know if you did catch that in the camera. Into there. Pretty sure that is the move. Yeah. And this guy isn't disrupted this time, so I'd be more considering an attack on it, but I'm not going to have the actions to spare, because I think I need to use my actions on something that you know can definitely happen. Surely. What is this, turn 6? It's the end of turn 7, isn't it, that the tide moves? Yeah. Well, we've got 2 tanks to safety. Well, when I say safety, you know, out of the water. There's one here and there's one here. I mean, there's 2 tanks still in the water here, and then we've got the anti-air craft and the artillery there. We're not going to get all of them out of the water, that's for sure. So we don't have any more preservation moves. Right, so I'm pretty sure this is where the attack's going. And if we use the tank... So yeah, I mean, I can't attack with the 6 strength unit on his own because that's just going to end up in the same result, isn't it? That's going to be 6 against 6 without the weapons. However, if I add the artillery from the tank, yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? So we attack with the 6 strength unit. And we support the attack with the tank. This, unfortunately, is using both our actions, but I mean, like I said before, the good thing about, if it was a good thing about this guy getting disrupted was, I mean, we can't, we couldn't have been tempted to have tried that one. Well, in saying that might have been the better one, because we're not shutting green down completely, whereas we would be shutting orange down. But this is going to work, that's the thing. It's definitely going to happen. Just double checking my tank attack. The unit is adjacent to the target. The unit is adjacent to an attacking infantry. Yeah, so that works. So that would be 8 strength against his 4th of the unit because it gets doubled, and 2, so 6 strength. And the tank brings along the artillery we need, well, and the bazooka for that matter, and the radio is covered by the infantry, well, along with the bazooka. So we have the weapons, and our strength is greater, but not double. The depth marker is revealed, the depth marker is eliminated, and the unit is disrupted. I'm pretty sure that's where you would have all put your 2 actions there. I could see an argument if these guys weren't disrupted for maybe going for that rather than that green action, the green place. Well, definitely, because that would have only been 1 action to attack, and then I would have got an action elsewhere, So, but that's going to be that. There's nothing more to do. Well, the only other consideration again is these guys moving up, but well, I've started with that thinking, so I don't see the point in changing it just now. Hopefully we can have a shot at the orange position next turn and get something out of the water. This is the sort of time where you like to maybe get the extra action, that, in particular on this side. At least we've got a wee bit of help with the HQ in general on the other side. Right, well, I think that's all we can do. So let's move across the west and zoom out a little bit. So what we all got? Well, the Ranger got disrupted as well, so that's going to be him. Which is a pity, because it's possible we might have been able to spare an action here. Nah, maybe not though. I'm sure we can find some other thing to do with it. Right, okay, so this guy's survived. Now, but where's he going to go? Look at this. I mean, this is horrific, isn't it? The fact he's get a free move, I think I watched somebody in a video doing it this way, going along, getting along to here, and then up into this sort of safer hex. It's still a gamble. I mean, a diamond comes up on any of the 3 colours, well, here, and then it reduces to 2 colours. I don't know. Is that a strategy that could be considered? It feels like this is a kill zone, isn't it? I mean, it's possible we could put green down, so I suppose we kind of wait. This is one of the moments where we will wait and see if we could disrupt green. All these attempts are with weak tanks though, so it's colour and symbol, which is just not nice. Right, okay, I think I can see a guy that's, well, there's a couple in here, isn't there? These are actually getting free moves though. Oh, we've got that tank. That's a free. That would be a free barrage, so that's good. He took another hit, didn't he? Well, yeah, it's a bit of a no contest, really, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm just thinking these don't have to be preservation moves, Grant. So you could go elsewhere, but it does look like these are the two hexes, because this hex is full, unless we're going to move that infantry, which is a possibility. That could be something that, mind you, it can't go along in here. That's not a very good hex to put in either, so it's maybe not moving at all. Yeah, okay. I think he's going into here. And yeah, these two are going into here, aren't they? And the HQ's more than likely going into here, I would think. However, I think we should have a go with green. What is it, a green? Tell me it's not a green triangle, because this is circle. So the last card we drew was it? Oh, God. Oh, I shouldn't look up there. The last 5 cards have been green, and one of them was a circle. Right, let's look, see if we might be doing another barraging first. So the general's only going to give free move to this tank, who can only barrage orange. We do have this guy up here that could have a go, and like Martin's pointed out, he would have a go for that. This is not artillery. This is not an artillery position, so that might be worth an action, eh? And then we'd have a free action to have a barrage attempt on that single, which would be good. And then we preservation move this guy into here if we can knock down both orange positions. That sounds pretty good. Oh, I just remembered. Oh, we need an action to move these, don't we? We need an action to move these out the way so that this can preservation move to safety. And we really want that because he has survived. So that would be one action there. Free action with a barrage, free action with a barrage. Yeah, none of that other stuff's happening, is it? Okay. Okay, let's get that go, will we? Okay, I was just about to pull the trigger there, and I'm looking at the guy's weapons, and although they kind of look quite nice weapons, that this is one of the ranged infantry, so he's got mortar, demolitions, and machine gun. So it's none of the basic stuff. You know what though, that could be a bonus really, because as long as this guy's a 1, we kind of don't want the weapons. We just want him to be a 1. so that we've got double without the weapons and we disrupt them. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Right, okay, so we're 4 against. Tweezers in case I'm knocking the depth marker. No, it's a 2. Aye. Well, everyone we've had's a 2. And like I said, we didn't have the weapons. It needed to be a 1. This is going to be bad again, isn't it? That's a disruption again. So we're 4 against 4. We don't have the weapons and our attack strength is equal. It's equal, isn't it? 4 against 4. Yeah. Unit unrevealed. US attacker disrupted and German unit unrevealed as well. So, that's not so good. However. No, okay. No, still not getting any result to now. Another bad gin. So, well, we'll remember what that is though. Right, I'm starting to think then it might just be worth moving this tank then, to be honest. I mean, you can only barrage orange. Now hang on, we've got headquarters is way back now, isn't it? So how does it work again with a barrage? The other option is an undestructed infantry unit. If an infantry is observing either the tank unit or the observing unit must be in command of an HQ or general. Okay, so it is a general too. So we can barrage elsewhere. Okay. Right, I'm going to come back to that then. Yeah, I've got to feel like our other action has to be moving these 2. Yeah. So I'll move them adjacent. That's 4 strength again, but I'm feeling even more reluctant to take them on now. Oh, hang on though, that's not. Yeah, that's a better one. We're actually over the shingles, so we're attacking into he's not getting any benefits from that, so that is better. Okay, and then my preservation move this into here. Oh, I've not got an action left to use the barrage on the tank then, the 4 strength tank. And then next turn there's a backlog, so if I do move him here, I'm actually better leaving him where he is, I think. I suppose the other tank could have a go at barrage and brown, but the nice part of that was it's just a single. There's no depth on that, so it would have been just the colour. But if I go for the double brown position, it's going to be a colour and symbol, which we know how that works. It's not so good odds. Okay, let me think here. Okay, I think what I might do is attempt to barrage on brown with this. I mean, he's in orange, but he's in command of a general. This infantry unit can be observing for him. He's in the field of fire of brown. Well, both of them are actually. It does say undisrupted, and the fact this guy got disrupted, but he's not relevant anyway. Yeah. If an infantry is observing for the tank, either the tank unit or the observing unit must be in command of an HQ general. Right, okay. So, do you want to go for that? I just think if we get Brown, mind you, no, Grant, do we really want to go for Brown? Why? I mean, because I don't want to preservation move this guy anyway. Brown's the wrong colour, Grant. It's orange. I can't go for the orange though, can I? Because I've just attacked it. Yeah. Oh well. Does he reach across the green? 1, 2, 3, 4. He does not. No, maybe I'm better just moving then. Just move the tank. Because I don't really see the point in attempting the barrage on Brown. So I think what I'll do is move the tank into here. Free move from the general. Preservation move this ranged infantry unit into here. And then move the general. So I wonder if it's maybe safer putting them in there. Well, orange has got 3 hits to dish out, so that's going to be 1, 2 if it fires, but I suppose if it didn't have the symbol with this, it would then go for. There's other targets too in orange, because I think, does it look at sporadic before it looks at the general? Maybe it doesn't. I think the general's actually safe in sporadic fire, isn't he? I think. It's just that by moving it here, it's probably a slightly safer hex. And it's not that I'm behind the action, am I? Because these would move into here and then move into here. Oh, I suppose I kind of would be, wouldn't I? Oh, okay. That better not come back to haunt me, that one. Because ideally, if orange doesn't fire next turn, the tank's moving into here, this is moving into here, and then the general's going to move into here as well. Whereas if I put him down there, the general wouldn't be able to do that. So, yeah, we're going with that. Okay. Right, but I do want to have a shot at green. I was wanting to burn another card, though, because, like I say, the last 5 cards have been green. And 2 cards ago, we had the green circle, which is exactly what we need. I think it's worth it though, because it lets us, if I take green down, red's tied down. Okay, that's only steady firing there, but if we took green down, you're only worrying about purple firing. I'm just thinking about this guy. Oops. It gives him a bit of a shot. I think so. And we did move 1 tank there. Well, he's out of the war, but he's in intense orange. So what that means, I'm not sure. So yeah, let's have a go at a green circle. What's the chances of a green circle again? I can't see anything else to go for. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we could reach purple, but nah. Green's better chance because it's a single position. The green. Okay, so we need the green circle. This would be nice. Bit of good luck. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Yes. Result. Wow, that's... Well, the last 6 cards have been green. Oh, that's really good though, because, yeah, nope, that's the wrong one. It makes me feel like I can be more confident in, yeah, well, the HQ is clearly moving into here. That's a nice place for it to be. Well, apart from it's in... Well, to be honest, it's in intense red and green, which are both disrupted, so... The fear is only from purple, but I'm pretty sure it can... Purple will get hit other things before it gets to the HQ. And it needs to have that leader symbol in it. Okay, so... Pretty much, I think this is pretty much the last move. So I think we take a chance with this one now then. Because red's out, green's out, steady blue and intense purple. So if we do manage to avoid purple, he gets away. If not, then so be it, and he's into here. But then we've got 2 rangers that can work together, move free actions without having to worry about the HQ. But the HQ's up there now, it can start moving things. We've got this whole bluff area around here. So, if you remember, this is the wee slope that you can get up to get up there. And if you don't do that, you've got to take out purple, really, and then climb the bluff here to get up. And that doesn't get you anywhere near green or red, so you feel like some of a force has to come up round here, I think, to at least go for red anyway. But it's a nasty bit to get round, and they've designed it really well to make it really nasty. Which I'm sure it was. Okay. So we're going with that with a ranger, I think so. Yeah, because that hex is worse. That is better. With what we've got at the moment, anyway. Right, he can't move. I don't think anyone else can move. Well, the only other thing would be this infantry, but I think we just got to take our chances and leave him back here. Because if we're not able to move this next turn with an action, which is possible, then this guy's going to be stuck in here. Because, well, actually, well, he's not going to be starting there. He can move in there, but he's then going to be concentrating the target. Maybe I should be doing that. Should I? You just feel like if you leave them sitting there, they're just waiting to get hit, you know? At the moment, he's sitting there, red or brown diamond turns up. He's more than likely getting a hit. And if he does move here and brown fires, he's taking one of the hits of the 3, and then he can then move into this hex safely. So what I've got to feel is, in the 2 turns that it takes me to get this unit from here to here, are there still going to be 5 steps in this hex? And, maybe the answer to that is probably unlikely, yeah. Well, I've got to move him next turn anyway, because then the tide's coming in. And just looking at that, we've still got 1, 2, 3 tanks. Well, one will get a free move from the HQ, so he'll get out. Will we have the action to spare to move this tank? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have an action to be able to move this unit, but Oh, you know what? I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I think that's the right thing to do. I think. Yeah, okay. I'm going by that. Right, well, I think that's everything. I don't think I missed any. I think that's all we can do. We've moved the general, moved the HQ. Yeah. Yeah, these are the two tanks. This tank is probably going to have to suffer, I think. This tank hopefully can make a move. I mean, he's going to be moving into a horrible... Well, actually, he can move into here. Unless we really need a disruption effort again. I would like to move this tank, but that's going to be an action, so it's possible. It's possible we get an action here to have a go at this. Like I say, this doesn't get doubled at all. None of it gets doubled. So that could be one of our actions. And the other action could be moving the tank. And then we get some freebies here. Well, this guy's disrupted now, so yeah, he's just going to have to sit and wait. But all these get free actions, and then we've got the couple of rangers. So it might work. We might be able to have a go at moving that tank. We'll see. Right, I'll clear things up and get ready for the next turn. Okay, there's everything cleared up. There was end of turn 6, you shuffle the cards, so no discard pile anymore. I've shuffled everything back up. Move the phase marker back, move the turn marker on to turn 7. Sorted out all the units, and then realised that we're now landing in the mid-tide line. So I kind of forgot about that. So where I position my units to land, thinking they're going to land in the low tide, they're not. So, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, looking here, would I have done it any differently? Well, it depends on the drift as well, doesn't it? So these, the unit that doesn't drift's going to land there, which is alright actually. This one is going to land there if it doesn't drift, which is alright as well actually. So the rangers on the other side are going to land in this horrible hex if they don't drift. However, they do have that option to like move up to 4 east. East. If they get the no effect result, this would be a no effect in here. That's not terrible as well. And again, I could adjust. If they drift, then who knows? I mean, they might drift down here. There's a danger of this hex possibly being 3 units in it. And the good thing is it's sporadic fire, but I would then have to... Well, that's a point. What would happen if you had 3 units in there and say purple fired, having 3 hits? Surely it would hit something else, wouldn't it? Well, yeah, it would hit that first. But yeah, can you imagine if the only targets were in here, so it hits the 3 units in here, disrupts all 3 of them, then you're going to lose. You're going to lose one of the units because you can't have 3 of them in the hex at the end of the action phase. Yeah, okay. Right, well, cross that bridge, etc. Okay, so that's the end of turn 6. On to turn 7. Does anything feel like it's going better? Not really. That was another attack that went wrong, that disrupted my unit. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll pod on. We're not dead and buried yet. Okay, I'll be... this will probably make a part, yeah, and I'll be back with turn 7 soon, guys. Okay, cheers.